What if everything you've ever been told about what you need is a lie? Could it be that the treasure you've been chasing is already within you? Since birth, we are led to believe that we are lacking, that there's something out there, always out of reach, that will finally complete us. But what if this is just an illusion? A cunning trick of the mind that keeps us yearning for more, while we remain blind to the limitless resources we already carry inside. From the moment we enter this world, a whisper of insufficiency haunts us. It pushes us toward external desires, prompting us to chase fleeting dreams that never quite satisfy. But true wisdom, the kind that has echoed through the ages, urges us to stop looking outward and turn inward instead. The real secret to fulfillment isn't found in material wealth or the approval of others. It lies in our own sense of self-completeness, buried deep within. Yet, so many of us remain trapped, shackled by invisible bonds we can't even see. The greatest illusion that keeps us bound is time. It pushes us, makes us rush from one moment to the next, always fearing we don't have enough of it. Lost between an elusive future and an unchangeable past, we overlook the only moment that truly exists, the present. This is how we get stuck in an endless loop of traumas, dramas, and emotional wounds, like a hamster running on a wheel. And instead of breaking free, we repeat the same patterns, reliving the same pain, over and over again. It's as if we've built a prison for ourselves, locked behind bars made of our unhealed inner child's wounds. And oddly enough, we seem to have lost the key. But what if the door was never really locked to begin with? What if the key to our freedom has always been within us, simply waiting for us to stop chasing shadows and recognize it? Think of the countless times you've pursued something, a job, a relationship, a dream, only to find it wasn't what you thought it would be. It's the same old fable, like the donkey chasing the carrot dangling just out of reach. Even in our mundane daily struggles, like rushing to beat a traffic light, we are always chasing. But what if this endless pursuit of elusive goals is the very thing that blinds us to the truth? The truth is that the essence of life cannot be found somewhere out there. It's not in the distant future, nor is it trapped in the past. It's right here, right now. But here's the real question. What is this essence? We call it reality, but is it really what we think it is? Is it physical, spiritual, or perhaps something that transcends both? Can it even be put into words, or does it stretch beyond the boundaries of language? Reality is a paradox, tangible yet intangible, visible yet invisible. It is both everything and nothing, and it constantly slips through our fingers just as we try to grasp it. The mystery lies not in understanding it, but in embracing its vastness and complexity. Maybe it's time to stop chasing and start seeing, truly seeing, what has always been right in front of us. Are you ready to dive into that mystery? Breaking free from the illusion. Are you ready to unlearn who you think you are? What if everything you've come to know about yourself is nothing more than a story, a cleverly crafted illusion? Imagine that beneath the surface of your everyday experiences lies a hidden gem, waiting to reveal the true nature of reality. But here's the catch. It's not found in abstract philosophies or concrete explanations. It exists in the delicate dance between both, eluding your grasp until you learn to let go of everything you think you know. Life's greatest truths don't announce themselves in dramatic, earth-shattering moments. Instead, they whisper quietly through the gentle breeze that touches your skin, the innocent laughter of a child, or the warmth of the sun on a peaceful afternoon. These small, seemingly insignificant moments contain the profound beauty of existence, if only you're willing to notice. This is the paradox. While reality feels elusive, it's constantly inviting you to see it. But how often do we pause long enough to listen? The present moment is where the richness of life unfolds. Yet, we spend most of our time fixated on what's next, missing the extraordinary beauty of the now. But what if life wasn't about reaching a destination? What if it's an endless journey, where each breath, each heartbeat, and every fleeting moment sculpts the true essence of who we are? When you stop clinging to the future, you begin to uncover the true freedom that exists within the present. A freedom from expectation, a liberation from the illusions of the external world, and the illusions are many. They arrive disguised as the relentless pursuit of material wealth, the incessant noise of our own minds, and the nagging fear of the unknown. Sadhguru often speaks of the mind as a circus, a place where thoughts and worries churn in endless turmoil. It's this turmoil that prevents us from seeing reality for what it truly is. But in the rare moments when we silence this circus, we touch the purest essence of being. In that sacred silence, we open the portal to an untainted existence, the deepest truth of who we are. This silence is not just the absence of sound. It's the stillness that reveals the most authentic version of yourself. It's in this stillness that the spiritual journey begins. As Sadhguru says in Inner Engineering, A Yogi's Guide to Joy, silence is not about forcing the mind to stop thinking. It's about taking charge of it and putting it aside when it's not needed. Only in silence can we embark on the quest to discover our true purpose. A purpose free from the weight of societal expectations, desires, and the false narratives we've carried for so long. From the moment we are born, we are given a name, placed into a family, a culture, and a society that molds our beliefs, desires, and sense of identity. We grow up weaving our personality from these external influences, and over time, we become deeply attached to these narratives. We convince ourselves that these stories are who we are. But this attachment is nothing more than a trick of the ego, a mechanism that holds these narratives together. As Sadhguru explains in Mind is Your Business, the mind's chaotic activity is not who we are. It is merely a tool that we have mistaken for our entire being. And therein lies the spiritual journey, one of courageous unlearning, of breaking free from the stories that no longer serve us. This process of unlearning is not without its pain, for the ego resists change with all its might. But transformation can only occur when we let go of who we think we are, to embrace the vast possibilities of who we can truly become. Are you ready to peel back the layers of illusion and step into a reality beyond your stories? What if the very thing you cling to for survival is the same thing that's holding you back? The ego, a master of illusions, whispers that giving up control will threaten your existence. It insists on keeping you tied to familiar stories, to conditioned identities you've been carrying for years. But here's the truth. You're not defined by those stories. You are life itself, a boundless consciousness that extends far beyond the narrow confines of the ego's control. The ego fights to maintain its grip because it fears change. It convinces you that letting go of certain parts of yourself means losing everything. But in reality, your greatest freedom comes from disidentifying with the ego, from realizing that it does not define who you are. By releasing the chains of attachment to these narratives, you begin to harmonize with the ego instead of being ruled by it. Slowly, a new balance emerges, one where the ego no longer dominates, but coexists peacefully as you step into the radiant light of the present moment. Rumi once said, "The day you stop racing is the day you win the race." This speaks to the illusion the ego creates, a false sense of urgency, convincing you to keep chasing after control, status, or security. But what if the key to true fulfillment lies not in the chase, but in surrender? What if you didn't have to carry the weight of your problems or wrestle with your worries? What if, right now, in this very moment, nothing is truly wrong unless you choose to believe otherwise? When you shift your attention inward, away from the external chaos and distractions, you find an incredible state of serenity. The present moment becomes the doorway to perfection, harmony, and completeness. You are not the sum of your past, nor the stories woven by societal expectations. You are something far greater, an expansive, limitless being who exists beyond the limitations of your body. beyond the constructs of time and space. As Rumi reminds us, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. This profound truth reveals that the illusion of separation, the belief that you are alone and isolated, is nothing but a dream spun by the mind. For too long, you've identified with this dream, a dream crafted by years of habitual thinking, by the conditioning of culture and society. But this dream doesn't define you. It's simply a construct, a product of the mind's attempt to make sense of reality. When you begin to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you realize they are merely fleeting phenomena, transitory whispers in the vastness of your consciousness. The path forward requires deep awareness. It's not about battling or suppressing the ego, but about seeing it for what it is. Just another part of your human experience. The stories it tells are not absolute truths. They are merely reflections of the mind's conditioning. The thoughts that arise within you are not yours alone. They emerge from a collective consciousness shaped by the world around you. As you awaken to this truth, you begin to loosen the ego's hold on your life, stepping into a space of boundless potential. As Rumi so wisely said, "The moment you accept what troubles you've been given, the door will open." When you surrender the need for control, you open yourself to the limitless possibilities of existence. It is here, in this space of acceptance and awareness, that you will finally discover who you truly are. The final illusion: how to break free from the endless search for fulfillment. What if everything you've been striving for has always been just an illusion? You've felt the constant pull, the yearning for more, for that next victory, that next achievement. Yet, the moment you reach what you thought would bring fulfillment, a new desire takes its place. It's an endless cycle. But here's the profound truth. Peace cannot be found by changing the external world or even by transforming yourself into something you think you should be. True peace lies in the one place you've never fully explored, within. Imagine stepping back, as if you were watching your thoughts unfold from a distance, as though they belonged to someone else. Suddenly, the layers of conditioning begin to unravel, and the illusion of the self, this identity you've built up over the years, starts to fade. You see it for what it truly is: a construct woven together by the threads of society, upbringing, and endless desires. But this construct isn't who you really are. The moment you observe it without attachment, you move closer to genuine liberation. Thoughts are like a river. They flow naturally, effortlessly. Yet, we trap ourselves by clinging to them, believing that they define who we are. But what if you released those attachments? What if you let go of the fears, anxieties, and worries that have weighed you down for so long? You would uncover a profound truth. They were never real. They were merely illusions created by the dance of your mind. In this revelation, the need to label your thoughts as good or bad disappears. They simply exist as natural forces, like the wind or rain. They come and go, but they do not define you. And when you can see this, you begin to awaken to the deeper truth of your existence. The human condition may be marked by a perpetual longing for more, an insatiable appetite for the next thing. But the true cause of our suffering is not in the ever-changing world around us. It's within us, within the attachments and desires we've carried for far too long. The real journey to peace and serenity doesn't require you to conquer the world or even yourself. It's about turning inward, exploring the vast landscape of your inner world, and unraveling the stories you've been told about who you are and what you should be. Only then can you discover the boundless freedom that comes from within. Take a moment right now, a deliberate pause. Feel the breath entering your body. Become fully aware of the present moment. Reconnect with your core essence, that pure and innocent state of being that children so effortlessly live in. free from the endless pursuit of external desires. This is where true peace lies. And when you embrace this, you realize there is no final destination, no perfect version of yourself waiting to be achieved. The journey itself is the destination, and the path is within you. The moment you stop searching for fulfillment outside yourself, you awaken to the fact that everything you've ever needed is already here, inside you. From this place of inner stillness, you can live with clarity, joy, and a sense of freedom that transcends the confusion and turmoil of the outside world. Thank you for being part of this journey today. If this message resonated with you, please share it with a friend who could benefit from these insights. Your support helps us continue sharing more wisdom like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop a comment below sharing your reflections. We love hearing your thoughts. Thank you for being a part of this incredible community, and may your life be filled with inner peace and unshakable joy. See you soon.